then you will see that a change will come. That's why I talk about mindset. Mindset is an outlook. Outlook on what you have achieved. People very quickly judge themselves as failures because their standards are different. So you have to have a mindset as to what you want and what you pursue. And mindset is essentially the outlook on the events that unfold in your lifetime. All kinds of events unfold. Now, there is no other religion which has an explanation for the following obvious fact of life. In your lifetime, you can work for something for a long time and get nothing. Or without working, you can get a lot. In the same life, the same lifetime. You may find that you are a brilliant person, very well qualified, but a complete duffer gets the position you want. Now, what's the explanation? It happens in every society. Don't think it doesn't happen here. It happens in every society. The only religion which has an explanation is Hinduism, which says that's the law of karma. The karma, accumulated karma, there's a karma calculus. And it is that karma calculus which decides. So when the rewards are not based on, is not linearly connected with your effort. That I put in X amount of effort, so I must get X amount of reward. No, it doesn't work that way. It is an accumulation of the total karma. So God works like a chartered accountant who keeps a record of your karmas. And this comes from the authority of the Gita. Now let me just read out in English that particular shloka, which I have taken from, you can take any Gita book, but I was presented by Ganapati Sachidanand Swamy. Now that shloka comes in chapter 2, in chapter 2, I'll give you the shloka number so that you can refer to it later. It's shloka number 47 in chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna says is, your right is to work only and never to its fruit. Let not the fruits of action be your motive. It can be a goal, by the way, but it cannot be your motive. Nor should you be attached to inaction because of that. In other words, what Krishna is saying is you have freedom of action. You have freedom of action, but you don't have a right to the result of that action. And the reward for that action will be given to you, but it will come as part of a general karma calculus. So you may get a very bad job and a very good wife, or a very bad wife and a very good job. I mean, there will be balancing going on. You can never tell. People ask me, why is it that you have not become Prime Minister yet? So I said, but I have become everything else. There are people who have become Prime Minister and been miserable. I think Manmohan Singh must be the most miserable man today in India. He and I were professors together. He would have never dreamt of becoming Prime Minister. But he became Prime Minister because I wrote a letter to the President, and the President then wrote a letter to Ms. Sonia Gandhi that he cannot make her a Prime Minister. So therefore he came in as a stopgap. He's lasted this long, but he has lost his entire reputation in the process. So I don't think we should look at it in these terms. You may have a goal, like, okay, I want to be Prime Minister, but if you don't become, you can't say I've been denied my right. That's where stress comes. If your stress is, I'll try for the moon, I'll try for the maximum, it comes fine. But I will try for it. There's no bar. It doesn't say that you should become a complete sannyasi, go and give up everything. No, you strive. You have your goal. But it can't be your motive. The driving force shouldn't be that. You want a goal, you want to achieve it. If you have that attitude, and if you don't achieve it, don't take it to mean that you are a failure, there's something wrong with you, some shortcoming in you. It may come later on. Do you know that Abraham Lincoln lost every election from the bottom up? He lost the corporator election. I think he even lost the dog catchers, municipal commissions, municipal councils, dog catchers post, which is the elected post. He lost that. He lost councillor's post. He lost congressman's post. He lost the Senate post. And he won the president of the United States and became the greatest president. But it was his spirit. It didn't dent him. Muhammad Ghori came how many times? I mean, we may not like him. Yeah, he came 16 times. See, and 17th time he established Islam in India. So that means that there is a detachment between the attainment of the goal. You may keep that as your goal, but the attainment of it cannot be your motive. It can be your direction. It can be your target, but it cannot be. If you have that attitude, Krishna says over and over again, then indeed you will not be stressed. Stress is this: am I good enough? Am I, will society treat me as a failure? Am I a failure? Now, Krishna also tells you that in life how you should exercise your freedom of action. And that Drona also told Arjuna. When Drona pulled the arrow to kill a bird, when Arjuna pulled his arrow, or the arrow to, and the strings of the bow to shoot the arrow, Drona asked him, "What do you see?" He says, "I see the iris of the eye of the bird and nothing else." And then Drona says, "You are past. Shoot." Now that Krishna has put in different words in Shloka number 41 in chapter 2. Let me see what it says in English. Shloka number Shloka number 41. In the practice of this yoga, O Arjuna, there is but a single one-pointed determination. Multifarious and innumerable are the decisions of the infirm in mind. Don't clutter your mind with, I will do also this, I will also do this. When you go after something, nothing else should be in your mind. One single pointedness. So here is two principles now suggested to you by Bhagavad Gita on how to reduce stress. One is that you work for a goal, but you are not attached to it. It comes, it's fine. It doesn't come fine, you blame it on your karma. Or you blame it on God because he doesn't know how to use the calculus of karma properly. Something, but don't blame yourself. Provided you have done your best. The second thing is your mind should not waver. I will have also a vacation, I will also go and see a cinema and all that. If you are studying, your mind should be only on passing the exam with flying colors. That single pointedness comes throughout the Bhagavad Gita. Your mind should be riveted to that objective. And you can't get it once, then try again, and try again.
Maybe Muhammad Ghazni, Gori was a secret, Bhagavad